coach, 57-11 overall, 3-time East Suburban Catholic Conference Coach of the Year. And we are underway. Opening possession of this second semifinal, awarded to St. Viator. Wheaton Academy will await the winner. St. Viator, this is their second state finals appearance in 2023. They lost to Wheaton Academy in the championship game, a chance to possibly avenge that. On the other hand, Glenbard West, they've made 3 prior appearances. Their best finish, runners-up. They made the final in 2024. Lost to Lake Forest in that championship game. These two did have one meeting in the regular season. First shot, it's in, it's a goal. St. Viator. They strike quickly. Do the Lions. Michael Bonigi gets the goal. Bonigi from Crane. Crane will get credited. I think they changed that on the board. They credited it wrong. They actually are going to give the goal to Crane. Crane, his 53rd of the year. And 1-0, just like that, St. Viator after the first possession. But these two did meet in the regular season. St. Viator won at home against Glenbard West April 27th by the final of 8-6 out in Arlington Heights. Andrew Engel. And now they'll just pull it back out. Moving in, William Hostington. Nothing doing. Ball loose. Recontrolled by Glenbard West. Chase Lloyd back behind the cage. Looking for someone to find an alley to give to, but they'll just circle it back out. They'll try again in the wheel. Very methodical, very patient. Glenbard West on this initial possession. Hoisington moving in. Flips it left, but no one there except the white jersey. Turnover. Here comes St. Viator. On the move. Quick touch pass. Shot. Blocked in front. And the save made by Rosich. What a beautiful setup. Crane and Brady Tyrell. But Rosich was there to deny it. Played 3 minutes. Winner again will advance to the state championship game. It will be a 5 p.m. start here at Hinsdale Central High School on Saturday. Wheaton Academy will await the winner. That shot deflected in front by Stephen Wright. Ground ball controlled by St. Viator by Gunnar Higdon. Now they'll play it back in the attack zone. Ruste to the corner to Henry Crane. Crane now back behind the cage. Crane looking for space. Dancing around back behind the net. And they'll circle it back around, will the Lions. Eight minutes to go here in this opening quarter. It seems both teams just wanting to feel each other out these initial stages. Converging. Benigi, nothing for him. He'll pull it back out. They'll reset. Burke with it. Flips it in front, loose in front, and it's recovered by Cole Rosich. Cole Rosich to save. And Glenbard West will have another crack at trying to draw even here early, down 1-0. Moving in quickly, but going down. There's a flag. And we're going to have a penalty upcoming on St. Viator. Here to be Allman, who was the one who went down and drew that penalty. But they will play it back out. Again, very methodical and patient. They'll have the one-man advantage coming up. Trying to maximize it here with this possession. Trying to work away around the net, but nothing doing. Moving in Hoisington. Man slipped behind. That was Chase Lloyd. And out of play. And possession will stay with Glenbard West. And now the penalty on St. Viator will be enforced. Michael Benigi gets called for the penalty. Minor penalty, 30 seconds. Man advantage here for Glenbard West. Much different than our last game as that shot missed wide by Jack Davis. 6 minutes to go. Bounce shot is in. Great angle and goal. Their top guy, Jacob Quintos, ties it at 1. As we talked about Quintos, he's headed to Siena, Division I, 5'10" senior. Going to have a lot of balance on this squad. Quintos, 29 points, third on the team. His 13th goal. But he does a lot of different things for this Glenbard West squad. And we have a 1-1 game here from Hinsdale Bank Stadium. Face-off won by the Hilltoppers. But the pace of this one much more different than what we saw in the Whedon Academy St. Viator game or St. Ignatius game. Both teams came out firing away. This is more of a methodical, kind of half-field type of game. That shot attempt deflected wide by Andrew Engel, and possession will be kept by the Hilltoppers. But the pace much more different. Both teams very methodical. Nice defense there to break that up and force the turnover. A.J. Skolnicki. Good stick handling there to force that turnover. And St. Viator will play it back to goal to Stephen Wright. And he'll push it out ahead along to the far side. And they'll get it to midfield. Moving in, Landon Vermazen. And now both teams will make quick changes. Set up in front. Missed wide. by Charlie Drake, who had a golden opportunity there and up close. But possession kept by the Lions. Dylan Burke. Left side, low angle shot blocked in front. Drake's shot was blocked. Rosic got a piece of it. It deflected way to midfield. A lot of contact there. No flag. They'll play on. And possession to Glenbard West. Out ahead, Quintos. And he'll flip it back out as they make a change. Hoisington. 3.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 1-1 the score. Good defense there. Nearly causing another turnover. Hadlick there defensively. They'll play it back behind the goal. 3 minutes to go. Can this game night and day compared to our last one, how both of these teams are playing. This has just been more of a half-field type of game. Both of these teams trying to set up their offense, and that's an errant pass. And out of play, turnover, St. Viator possession. So the first semifinal, both teams were not afraid to let it rip. This game, a much more different story. 2.5 minutes to go here in the first. Vermazen gets it out to Benigi. And we got whistles and infraction on St. Viator. Possession will be awarded to Glenbard West. And a timeout. St. Viator will call it. 2:21 to go in the first. 1-1 the score. Winner gets Wheaton Academy for the state title on Saturday. Back with the close of the quarter after this on the NFHS Network.
More peace for my medulla, yeah. Louis Prada, Dunda, top flow, come take a ride up with the Prada, I can't. What to my story? My name in his story. Yeah, sing it. Almost came down, came back to life. Hell, who's gonna stop me? Yeah, sing it. I can't see the lie. What a time to be alive. Drinks in the sky.
Tim McKinney back here at Hinsdale Bank Stadium. Dickinson Field. 2:21 to go here in the first. 1-1. And St. Viator will have possession. They were able to maintain possession as Coach Hardy, before they lost possession, kind of saved his team and got that timeout in to keep the ball. And they have it as play resumes, tied at 1. Lights have taken full effect. Losing his stick was one of the Viator players. A great stick check to pry that one loose. As Tyrell lost his stick momentarily and possession. Andrew Engel. Now they'll make some changes. Both teams will under 90 seconds to go. Seems like both teams are going to have no issue playing at this pace. And they did play a rather low-scoring game. 8-6 was the final the first time around. St. Viator won. Final minute of the quarter. Set up in front. Hoisington took a big hit and lost it. Back the other end comes Skolnicki. Flips it out to Crane. Player down, flag down as well. St. Viator will have a man-up situation once Glenbard West gets control. Final 30 seconds of the quarter. Michael Benigi. And now he'll play it across to Burke. Back to Benigi. Moves in, shoots. Deflected wide. Out of play. St. Viator will have it. 11 seconds remaining in the first. One to score. Now this might be one of the few times we see one of these teams push the pace. Here we go. Can they get a shot off? Good defense by Glenbard. Pushing Tyrell out. Actually, that wasn't Tyrell. That was Franson. And they just decided to let the clock run out. Even did not take a shot. 1 quarter in the books. Second state semifinal for the boys. It's St. Viator 1. Glenbard West 1. Second quarter action in a moment here on the NFHS Network.
Inside out. I'm about to show all you folks what it's all about. Now it's time for them to get on the mic and make this party hot. I'm taking it back to the old school because I'm an old fool. So cool. If you want to get down, I'm going to show you the way. Yeah, it is. Let me hear you say. The juice I drink it and as I puff on tank, rock the mic. Oh, I can't stand rip. Find a honey you can dip it in. Slam dunk it, stick it, flip it, and ride that B double.
Welcome back to Hinsdale Central High School with producer Nick Simpson and McKinney. Our fourth and final state semifinal. Our 2 girls semifinals were this afternoon. This is the second of the 2 boys semifinals. We'll have Loyola versus York for the girls' state title. And there's a shot off the post. Winner will get Wheaton Academy. This one here. St. Viator and White with the opening possession. In what has been a very methodical game on both ends, and the Lions turn it over. This might be one of these kind of games that might be lucky that the winner gets 6 at this rate. But as we know, this game, things can open up very quickly. Ball loose. Ground ball. Still loose. Sticks in the air. And we got a push. Was there a timeout? I believe a timeout was granted. Glenbard West able to get possession, and they get granted the timeout. 11-10 to go. 50 seconds gone by here in the second. Well, if you weren't with us throughout the day, in the girls' semifinals, Loyola, the top team in the state on the girls' side, defeated Barrington 18-8. Number 2, York, was a 17-6 winner over Marist. So the girls will open up our window Saturday in the day session. Barrington and Marist will play for third beginning at 10 a.m. And then at high noon, Loyola and York will battle for the state title. Then on the boys' side, Wheaton Academy. Again, they defeated St. Ignatius 15-9. Winner will play Wheaton Academy at 5 p.m. Saturday for the state title. Loser will play St. Ignatius for third at 3. Play resumes after the timeout. We're still deadlocked at 1. Very few scoring chances. It's been a defensive struggle here early on. Trying to move in. Ivan Blood, and they get the goal. He sets it up for Lloyd, and Glenbard West has a 2-1 lead.
And assist to number 3, Isaac Blood. Blood is Lloyd for the goal.
Chase Lloyd, his team leading 40th of the year. Just a sophomore. And a lot of balance on this Glenbard West squad. And they get possession back. Up a goal. Foul along the far side, and now a flag will come in. The Glenbard West bench on the far side wanted the call. They got it. And I believe they also may have burnt a timeout in the process as well. They did, but a flag did come out. So we'll wait to see was the penalty all about. If it was, I think it was just prior to the timeout. And it looks like the officials are going to the notepad, so that usually means they're going to book one of these young men out there. I believe it should be on St. Viator, the penalty, and it is going to be on Viator. Gunnar Higdon, penalty for slashing here at the 10:37 mark of the second quarter. So Glenbard West will have a power play here. They've taken a 2-1 lead here in the second. Last year, Glenbard West lost to New Trier in the Super Sectionals 9-6. St. Viator squad lost to Lake Forest in the Super Sectionals a year ago. But one of these two will play for the state title on Saturday. Hoisington fires and scores. William Hoisington. He gets the power play goal. Up a man, it's 20th of the year. It's 3-1. Glenbard West. Fired that strongly, appeared it may have caught a little bit of the crossbar as it rattled in. Jack Davis will get credited with the assist. Face off at center. Still loose and controlled by St. Viator. Big moment here for the Lions. Glenbard West has gained some early momentum. 2 goals the first 2 minutes of this second quarter. Quick jump shot by Benegi, and Rosic was there to make the save. Here comes Glenbard West. Meyer Allman. And now they'll make a change. Allman will hand it off to Hoisington. And while Hoisington plays it back around, they'll make a couple more changes. Will the Hilltoppers. A lot of stick battling there in the corner. Glenbard West able to keep control. Under 9 minutes to go here in the second. Hilltoppers looking to increase their lead, 3-1. Hoisington plays it back out, backing out. Andrew Engel. Engel looking to move in. Nothing doing. They'll play it back behind the cage. Ivan Blood now flips it around, back up top to Hoisington. Hoisington moves in, plays it left. Again, they're just doing a good job keeping the ball moving, waiting for an opening to attack. And losing it. Broken up nicely there by St. Viator to create the turnover. Chance for the Lions to inch back closer. Again, they'll make some changes. There have been a lot of changes, lines of this one so far. Henry Crane. Now they'll play it back to the corner. Crane back behind the net. .7:15 and counting. Cross in front, but no shooting lane. Now they play it off to the right to Franzen. Left side, low shot, and that's denied. Rosic was there. Lions keep possession. Keaton Franzen looking for an opening. And they'll remain patient here. Pass in front, that cross, saved again. Crane had the great look, but it was Rosic again. Loose back behind the cage, and they're going to award the ball to Glenbard West. A couple nice saves there by Cole. Rosic. Midway through the second. 3-1. Glenbard West. Trying to avenge an early season loss to the St. Viator squad. Got number 3 in the state, number 1 in the state. In the last set of rankings leading up to super sectionals. But they've done a good job with this patient game. Man goes down, ball loose, a lot of physical contact. They'll play on. Glenbard West keeps possession. Jack Davis battling against 3 defenders. He goes down, ball loose. And what will be the call? Looks like it will still be Glenbard West possession. 5 minutes exactly to go here in the second. I mean, Davis just went into that triple team, and they all went down like bowling pins. Angle. Now they'll just play it back behind. Good defense here by St. Viator. Hoisington. Back behind. Bad pass. Kept alive by Chase Lloyd, but controlled by St. Viator. They play it back to goal to right. And they nearly give it away. Ground ball loose. They will. A chance for Glenbard West. And they don't get a shot off. And we're going to have something here. Bodies down. And here comes a flag. Well, I thought a flag came down. They didn't throw a flag. They're going to play on. Oh, my. That was a lot of contact there. But off the giveaway, the Hilltoppers had a great chance right there. They continue to play this patient game. They've scored the only 2 goals of this quarter. Jack Davis, Hoisington. Shot from long range, bounced in front by Engel. Caught a piece of the post and went wide. Glenbard West will keep possession. And again, they don't mind just slowing the pace of this game. Angle. Doubled. Lost the handle. Great defense, and they get the turnover. Here comes St. Viator. Gunnar Higdon. Higdon makes his move. His shot attempt was deflected from behind wide. St. Viator wanted to call the fans in the crowd, and they didn't get one. We'll play on. Glenbard West possession. 2.5 minutes to go here in the second. Loose ball. Turnover. And there's a push. And possession to Glenbard to St. Viator. There's been a lot of physicality to this game here tonight. They've let them both play, I'll say that. St. Viator trying to get something going here. They've had very few shot opportunities. And the few ones they've had, Rosic has done the job in goal. Under 2 minutes to go here in the second. Still 3-1, Glenbard West. Burke. Low shot. And wide of the goal as Rosic did attempt to put a stick on it, but it was well wide. But possession remains with the Lions. 1:20 and counting to go here in the second. And Glenbard West, good defense, forced jarring the ball loose. It's still loose on the field, but possession maintained by St. Viator. 1 minute to go here in the second. I mean, this has been a battle of defenses in this game. 2 goals the first 2 minutes of this quarter, the difference by Glenbard West. And St. Viator will call a timeout. 51 seconds remaining before halftime. Well, after the back and forth fireworks we had in the first boys semifinal, this game has been a totally different style of play. It's been more of a tug of war match that neither team has been able to get an advantage on. And right now, it's Glenbard West getting the better of it with a 3-1 lead. By far our lowest scoring game of the night of any of the games we've had here thus far. Off day tomorrow. That's been the case the last couple of years under the new format. Used to be when the boys and girls alternated. Whoever was first played only one session on this Thursday. Then we had a Friday session, and somebody had to play a back-to-back. So now neither the boys or girls have to worry about a back-to-back. So they play all 4 semifinal games one day. We're off tomorrow, and then back here at Hinsdale Bank Stadium for 4 more games on Saturday, 10 a.m., noon, 3, and 5. Girls state title game at noon, boys state title game at 5. We'll have them all here on the NFHS network. So we'll see what St. Viator can do in this. Probably going to take this down to the final, how this game has gone, milk this down as long as they can. Well, they take a quick shot, and it's blocked in front. Well, that surprised me. I thought they might try and work it around a little bit more before making a shot attempt. So now Glenbard West with an opportunity here in the final 30 seconds. Looking to get it beyond midfield. Glenbard West has scored the only 2 goals of this quarter. Hoisington. They make a quick change. 15 seconds. Hoisington spins right. Now swings it right. Ango trying to find an angle. Nothing doing. He lost the handle. He goes down. Ball cleared by Viator, and that's how the half ends. It has been a physical and defensive struggle. And it's Glenbard West, the number 3 rated team in the state, leading top rated St. Viator at half by the score of 3-1. We'll take a 10-minute break. We'll come back and have third quarter action in a moment. You're watching the IHSA Lacrosse Finals on the NFHS Network.
Stacy, can I come over? We can hang out. Is she there? Is she trying to get me to slip? You know I'm not the little boy that I used to be. I'm all grown up now, baby, can't you see? Stacy's wrong, it's got she's all so long. Stacy, can't you see? You're just not good for me. I know it might be wrong, but I'm not alone. Stacy's wrong. It's gotta be going. Stacy, do you remember your love? Mom came out with just a towel. I could tell she liked me from the way she stared. And the way she said, you missed the spot over there. And I know that you think it's Truth is, I thought it mattered. I thought that music mattered. But does it bother? Not compared to how people matter. I get knocked down. It's a whiskey drink, it's a vodka drink, it's a lager drink, it's a cider drink, it's a songs that remind him of the good times, it's a songs that remind him of the best times. It's a whiskey drink, it's a vodka drink, it's a lager drink, it's a cider drink, it's a songs that remind him of the good times, it's a songs that remind him of the best times.
Alongside producer Nick Simpson, Tim McKinney. Welcome back to Hinsdale Central High School, Hinsdale Bank Stadium. Well, it's turned out to be quite a comfortable evening outside. Just walking around the stadium at halftime, it's just perfect conditions. Temperature now down to 80 degrees. We started out at 88 at game one of the day. And this one's been a kind of a heavyweight battle here. Just both teams kind of trading a lot of blows, but no big knockout punch yet. 3-1, Glenbard West enjoys the lead here at halftime. And looking at some of the first half numbers, single goals apiece for Chase Lloyd, William Hoisington, and Jacob Quintos for the Hilltoppers. Lloyd also has an assist. Ivan Blood and Jack Davis have the other two assists for Glenbard West. Lone goal, Henry Crane got the goal for the Lions, assisted by Michael Benigi. And they got the opening goal to take a 1-0 lead and haven't done anything since. Total shots, St. Viator trailing the game, but have outshot Glenbard West 13-7. Of those shots, 6 on goal for the Lions, 4 for Glenbard West. Stephen Wright's made 1 save. He hasn't had much action his way, but he has let 3 by. And then the goals allowed by Cole Rosich, the 1 goal allowed, but he's made 5 saves in this first half, and he's made some big plays in goal for the Hilltoppers. And both goals in the second were scored by Glenbard West to take a 3-1 lead as they blanked St. Viator. They have scored the last 3 goals after the early goal on the first possession by St. Viator. They have not done a thing since. Opening face-off of the third, and the second half is underway, controlled by Glenbard West in the green. St. Viator in the white jerseys. The winner again will get Wheaton Academy Saturday night for the state championship at 5 p.m. But they have had no issue playing this methodical, slow, grinded out type of game here tonight. And it's worked to Glenbard West's advantage. Hoisington. Nothing doing. And they'll play it back out to Davis. Davis to Hoisington. 1 minute gone by, and no shot has been attempted yet. And they're just trying, I think, to shorten this game. That appears, it's been a very effective strategy here for Eric Nuss and his squad. But both teams seem like they don't mind playing this type of pace. Davis looking to move in, back behind the cage again. They'll circle it back around. And when you don't have no shot clock like we have here in Illinois, like you have in college, you can just take as much time as you want. Angle trying to move in. They've had possession for over 90 seconds without attempting a shot. Angle gets it back, now shoots, and scores! And Drew Angle makes it 4-1, Glenbard West. Angle, one of the captains, a senior, his 25th goal of the year. And Glenbard West, surprise, surprise. Right now, a 3-goal lead on top-rated St. Viator. Again, Glenbard West lost the regular season meeting 8-6 in Arlington Heights. And it seems like they've learned quite a bit from that first matchup, and they win the faceoff and a chance to milk some more clock here. Quintos, now they'll play it back toward midfield and make a change. This St. Viator section, which is right below me, has been very quiet since that opening goal. Viator scored in the first minute of the contest. They've been blank since. The last 4 in a row have been scored by Glenbard West. Chase Lloyd. Now to Hoisington. Hoisington, they'll just continue to play keep away. They have had all the possession to begin this third quarter. Win the first faceoff, get a goal, win the second faceoff, and now they've taken another minute off this clock. We near 9 minutes remaining. Shot attempt, that one's wide by Ivan Blood. But possession will be maintained by the Hilltoppers. And very patient, very methodical. Davis will just pull it back out further away from the goal. Just make his defender chase him. Jake Farrell, the defender. Davis moves in, takes a hit, and lost the ball, and it's recovered and controlled by St. Viator. And finally, 3.5 minutes into this third, the Lions will have their first offensive possession of the quarter. And they're down 3 goals. Skolnicki sets it up in front. Shot! Goal! And that will give the Lions some light. It's a 4-2 game. Brady Terrell. Tyrell, the goal, is 71st of the year. Skolnicki set him up beautifully, and he buried it. Terrell Jr., he's committed to Rollins College, Division II. And that's their first goal since the opening minute of the game. Face-off won by Glenbard West, so they can go back to the strategy here and just continue to work the ball around, run some clock. And at this point, if you're Glenbard West, you just have to say now it's a 1-1 game in this quarter. You still have the 2-goal lead you have at halftime. And in terms of pace, they have it under control right now. Davis looking for an opening. Spins right, turns left. Back to Hoisington. Yeah, it's been a very methodical chess match here tonight. Angle. We got the goal moments ago. Plays it back behind the cage. They'll circle it back around. Davis lost it. And it's loose. Still battle for control. Still battling for control. And it is gathered by St. Viator. And they have numbers. They have a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Pass out in front, but they can't get a shot off. And they'll have to play it back as Glenbard West was able to recover. They had a 3-on-2 but could not get a shot off. Moving in. That shot blocked in front. Save made by Rosic. Kept alive by St. Viator. Now the action picking up. And then Viator's going to throw it away. Turnover. And Glenbard West will have possession. Here come the Hilltoppers as we approach the midway point of quarter number 3. Glenbard West protecting a 2-goal lead. Jack Davis. Stick handle, gets it to the outside. St. Viator, they'll make a quick change. Angle. The Hoisington. They'll just continue to milk more time off the clock. Wheaton Academy will await the winner. 15-9 win in our opener, our first semifinal on the boys' side against St. Ignatius. Hoisington flips it back behind the cage. Pressured a little bit there now. I think St. Viator is going to get to a point they're going to have enough of letting Glenbard air it out, and they nearly threw it away. But they do keep it in play, the Hilltoppers. Centering pass, deflected, shot, angle, save made! Right! And possession for St. Viator. A chance for the Lions to inch closer. Under 4.5 minutes remaining here in the third. Ryan Cadlick. Now they'll just play it back up top again. The Dylan Burke. And again, while it's still just a relatively close game, you can still be patient and not force the issue. And St. Viator doesn't mind playing this type of pace as well. Cadlick. To Charlie Drake. Drake will play it back out. Now looking to move in. Flips it back behind the cage to Henry Crane. Now moving in, trying to force that shot in was St. Viator, and Rosic was there to deny it. I would think that was Tyrell there who just tried to get something off, and Glenbard West, Tyrell again, able to make another save. We near 3 minutes to go here in the third. And it's just like Glenbard West is just doing everything they can to shorten this game. I think if you were the Hilltoppers, they would just love to go into the fourth quarter with the score exactly how it is. Scoring a goal would be a bonus for them at this point. It has been a defensive struggle, a physical game here tonight. And a great play there and another turnover. Forced by St. Viator. They clear it back to right and goal, and they'll play it across. Here comes Gunnar Higdon. Actually, that's not Higdon, that's Braden Taddeo. Looking for someone to center it across to, but nothing doing. Glenbard West able to get back. And now they'll play the methodical game and set things up. Crane back behind the cage. Swings it outside right. Pass out in front, but no lane to shoot. They'll have to play it back out. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third. Tyrell. Now, with some space driving was Benigi, and they throw it away toward the corner. Out of play, and closest to it, winning the race to the corner, was Cadlick to keep it alive. And that shot attempt was blocked. And then it's recovered in front by Rosic. Oh, my. And Glenbard West staves off that mini flurry. And now 90 seconds remaining, and they'll look to kill more time off the clock. Their man goes down, double team. Checked and lost the handle, and the ground ball recovered by St. Viator as they force another turnover. And Glenbard West has so far dodged some bullets. They have turned it over more in this quarter. Skolnicki, A.J. Skolnicki. And now they'll just reset. 1 minute to go here in the third. Each team has scored a goal. Now they'll try to set things up. Burke, back up top. The Benigi, right side, now behind the cage. Moving in, Crane scores! Henry Crane makes it a 1-goal game. Second for Crane tonight. 54th of the year. And folks, we got a ball game. He went back behind the cage, found the opening, and drilled it. And now the Viator section gaining life. Face off won by Glenbard West. Opportunity. Stop. 30 seconds left. And now Glenbard West, that quick shot, gives St. Viator a chance to draw even. Here come the Lions. Long shot. Score. And we're tied. With 17 seconds to go, St. Viator has drawn even. It's 4-4. Landon Vermazen, the equalizer. And all that hard work and that strategy to kill the clock. And just like that, bang, bang, we're tied. And a 3-goal lead is gone for the Hilltoppers. And that's why taking that quick shot was probably ill-advised. They should have thought maybe let's get out of the quarter. And now things are getting a little chaotic here in the closing seconds. And now time runs out after the big hit. Crane went down. The Lions fans want a call. Nothing. And that's it. We'll head to the fourth. Tied at 4. St. Viator with 3 unanswered in this quarter. And woke up out of nowhere to tie this game. Wow. Things changed here in a hurry. 12 more minutes of lacrosse. Final ticket, the punch to the state championship on the line. St. Viator 4, Glenbard West 4. Back with the 4 in a moment here on the NFHS Network.
I'm frozen in that time. You're melting in your eyes. I feel I was realigned. I'm a dreamer. Take me deeper. Tell me it's more than a love. It's deep in my heart. You belong to me. To get you my soul to keep forever.
Things have turned in a hurry. Tim McKinney back here at Hinsdale Central High School. Second state semifinal IHSA boys lacrosse. Opening faceoff. And we got a brand new game. 4-4 to score, 12 minutes to decide who will meet Wheaton Academy for the state championship. Glenbard West had this thing under control, and then things unraveled the last 3 minutes of the third. Some turnovers and the excellent defense, forcing the turnovers by St. Viator, really got them going, and then probably a questionable decision when it was 4-3 by Glenbard West to go quick and try and get the breakaway shot, and that gave the Lions one more crack, and they got the equalizer late in the closing seconds. So here we go. St. Viator has not led since 1-0, and they have the lead now. Heaton, Franzen gives St. Viator the lead. 5-4 the score. 4 answered by St. Viator. And I think Glenbard West might need a timeout here. I know that we had the quarter break, but all the momentum has swung in the direction of the Lions. 5-4 to score. Face off, possession awarded to St. Viator. Well, this was like a slow-moving contest, and all of a sudden the action, the last 4 minutes of play, has completely turned around. Well, we didn't know if anyone would get the 6 goals tonight, and now we're at 5-4 suddenly. And now the Lions will kind of push back a little bit, and they'll work a little time off the clock. It's been quite a chess match here this evening. Great to bring it here tonight on the NFHS Network, IHSA.TV. Nick Simpson, our producer, Tim McKinney. Great to be back here once again. We've been out here since 2021, bringing you all the lacrosse action here in Hinsdale Central, our crew, and we'll look forward to this conclusion in the state finals decided. Third place in championship games all day here Saturday, 10 a.m., noon, 3, and 5. And they'll just keep working it around. 2 minutes gone by. St. Viator has the lead. Moving in, that shot attempt is deflected wide. .947 to go. Nicky on that shot attempt. Again, more bodies go down. Possession will stay with St. Viator. Stick check. Nicky will play it back behind the cage to Henry Crane. Crane had that beautiful goal late in the third. Pulled them within 1. Now they have the lead. And again, they'll milk more time off the clock. Keaton Franzen. 9 minutes to go. Franzen spins right. Goes left. Shot attempt blocked. Ground ball loose. Still battle for control. A scrum in front of the goal. And now the officials will discuss what will be the call. Clock does stop, 8:47 remaining in regulation. Viator fans wanted a handball called, as you saw one of the Glenbard West players lost his helmet in the process. So he'll have to make his way off the field for, obviously, the safety precautions. Once you lose your helmet, off you go. That was Chase Lloyd. So we'll play on. St. Viator possession. Now up by 1. Shot attempt deflected wide. But possession will be kept by the Lions. 8.5 minutes to go. Moving in traffic, but losing the handle was Crane. And the loose ball controlled by Glenbard West. In goal, controlling it was Rosic. Now he'll play it back in goal and clear it out the midfield to Mannix Keller. And Keller will depart as he gets it back out, and they'll work it back around the cage area. Looking for the tying goal, Glenbard West. 8 minutes and counting remaining. This St. Viator section was very quiet for mostly 2 quarters, and now they have erupted since that flurry to end the third and the go-ahead goal to begin the fourth. Bad pass, but Boisington able to recover. They'll reset. Jack Davis. Davis on the move. Back behind the cage. They'll play it. Trying to set something up. And if you're Glenbard West, you just got to settle down. You've got to weather this storm that they've had to endure now. Angle. And they'll just work it back around. Blood. Ivan Blood. Works it in close. Save made by Wright. Under 7 minutes to go. They'll clear it. Will St. Viator to midfield. And the timeout, St. Viator. 6:46 to go in the fourth quarter. St. Viator 5. Glenbard West 4. Back in a moment here on the NFHS Network and IHSA.TV.
The jam, pump it up while your feet are stumping. And the jam is pumping, looking at the crowd jumping. Pump it up a little more, get the party going on the dance floor. Because that's where the party's at, and you find out if you do that. You say, can't you move it? Make my day. Oh, you say, can't you move it? Make my day, yeah.
Welcome back to Hinsdale Bank Stadium, Dickinson Field, Hinsdale Central High School. Tim McKinney for producer Nick Simpson. Here on the NFHS Network, IHSA.TV. We have 6:46 to go. St. Viator will have possession in a 1-goal lead. Winner will get Wheaton Academy for the state championship Saturday night to conclude these IHSA state finals in Lacrosse. It's turned out to be a beautiful evening outside, just perfect conditions after the warm afternoon, and it's cooled off nicely down to 79 degrees. And with the 1-goal lead, St. Viator will play the patient game. And this is how the majority of this game has been played. St. Viator, again, they won the first meeting 8-6 on April the 27th. 6 minutes to go. This rematch will decide who will play for the state title. Winner will get Wheaton Academy. Loser will play St. Ignatius for third. St. Viator could see Wheaton Academy, which will be a rematch of the 2023 state championship game. trying to avenge that loss to the Warriors, who looked very good against St. Viator. St. Viator did all they could to hang in there, but the offensive firepower was a little too much for them to overcome from the Warriors tonight. And again, just more time ticking off the clock here as we're nearing 5 minutes to go. It's just been a lot of ball possession here for St. Viator. Now will they shoot? Not yet. Now from straight up. That shot deflected wide by Dylan Burke. But possession maintained by the Lions. Way back there toward the end line, Henry Crane. And he'll bring it back around, and they'll reset. Keaton Franson got one of the goals in this comeback by Viator. They were down 4-1 back end of the third quarter. Nice defense. Ball broken up, but Glenbard West unable to control. Allman was there but could not control. St. Viator will keep possession. We're under 4 minutes to go now. They've had possession for pretty much a little over the last 2 minutes here. Moving in, shot, goal! Branson again! Second goal for Franson and an insurance tally for St. Viator. They have a 6-4 lead with 3:47 to go. Five unanswered by the Lions. And how the pace of this game has gone, even though we saw St. Viator close a 3-goal gap quickly, I just think Glenbard West has to be a little rattled with the developments here the last 15 minutes. And they had this thing well under control. Wasn't much life from the crowd on this side of the stadium. And just suddenly the light switch turned on and St. Viator has been on fire since. But Glenbard West able to force a turnover there. Can they cash in off of it? Moving in, Quintos fires from long range on a save made by Wright. We're down to 3 minutes remaining. They'll get it across midfield. Vermazen, he had one of the goals in the rally. Back to Franzen, dodging his defender. Now gets by him to the right. And now he'll just drift off back behind the cage, and they're going to just run some more time off the clock as we're down to 2.5 minutes remaining. Glenbard West will have to gamble here defensively. And here they come aggressive. Pass across. Nearly a dangerous pass, but St. Viator able to keep possession. Franzen. Now to set up. Nothing doing there for Crane from Burke. But again, they'll play keep away. The clock is their friend. 2 minutes remaining in regulation. St. Viator, a 2-goal lead. They double in the corner. Whistle blows on a timeout, St. Viator. He was in trouble in the corner, and that's a good timeout called there by Jeff Hardy. 1:55 remaining in the fourth. St. Viator, what a comeback. Down 3. They're up 2. 6-4 to score. Back in a moment here on the NFHS Network and IHSA.TV. Welcome back to Hinsdale Central. We thank all of you for being with us throughout the day. Big thank you to all the people here at Hinsdale Central again for their wonderful hospitality and having us back here hosting this state lacrosse finals once again. It's been an exciting venue. We've seen many great games over the years and quite a rally here by St. Viator. They only had one goal for the longest time and have erupted with 5, and Glenbard West able to force the turnover after the timeout. But it's going to be all desperation mode now. They're going to have to do something and do it quickly now. Quickly ahead. Rosic, the goalie, he took it ahead. Now Almond. They make a quick change, and now Glenbard West a little disjointed. They'll call a timeout, a minute 26 to go. Wheaton Academy will get the winner for the state championship. It's been quite a night, quite a day. 4 games. We'll have 4 more for you on Saturday. And if you weren't with us all day, we began with the girls' semifinals. Loyola was an 18-8 winner over Barrington. Then in our second girls' semifinal, York defeated Marist 7-6. So the girls' third place game at 10 a.m. will be Barrington-Marist. Their state title game Saturday at noon will be Loyola-York, 1 versus 2. 3 p.m., St. Ignatius will get the loser of this game for third. And then at 5 o'clock, Wheaton Academy will get the winner of this game for the state title. Our final piece of the puzzle on this opening night of the state lacrosse finals. Can Glenbard West rally late? They need 2 goals. Set up, shot, score! And the Hilltoppers are back in it. Chase Lloyd. It's 6-5. Well, hold the phone, folks. We're not done yet. We are not done yet.
Number 9, Chase Lloyd.
1 goal game. Lloyd, the second score for him tonight. Big face-off here. Still loose. Still loose. No one has it yet, and now Glenbard West will control. A chance to tie. They'll call a timeout. 1:06 to go. Well, we are in store for a finish in our finale of day 1 of these state lacrosse finals. Glenbard West will have the ball, a chance to tie the game. And that goal moments ago by Lloyd ended a string of 5 unanswered by St. Viator. Well, by far our most entertaining or in terms of finish, dramatic game of the night, the closest. Now, Wheaton Academy St. Viator game, I got to admit, had a lot of action. This one, it was slow developing, but these two teams have given us quite a finish that we're about to see here. And they're both battled tough. You can see why each of these teams were rated 1 and 3 respectively in the state. They played to a 2-goal difference the first time. This time around, it's a 1-goal game, but Glenbard West will have possession and a chance to tie the game, and everyone is on their feet here at Hinsdale Bank Stadium. Both sides of the stadium. Glenbard West ball. Davis has possession. 1-goal game, 1 minute remaining in regulation. Davis gets it back. Hoisington looking to move in. Now he'll pass it right to Davis. Davis on the attack. Davis goes back behind the cage. Circles around. Had no one up front. They'll reset. Hoisington, 39 seconds left. Hoisington moves in. Nothing doing for him. They'll reset, 30 seconds to go. Hoisington gets it back. Up top the angle, 20 seconds. St. Viator looking for a stop, 15 seconds. Glenbard West not able to get anything off, and it's poked loose. Who has it? Still a battle. Controlled by Glenbard West. 4 seconds. Ball goes loose again. Out of play. 1 second left on the clock. And that's going to do it. St. Viator awarded possession. They put it in play. And that's your ball game. St. Viator, state champion.